Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At as somebody logs into my Steam. I forgot to go on busy. Never mind, we're here to look at Knock Knock, a game by Icepick Lodge, which is currently on sale for 15% off until the 11th of October, which will probably be a few days after this video goes up. It's a hard to describe game because there's no high scores, there's technically no game over. It's a horror game, mildly speaking. It's not jump scares, it's not Outlast, it's not the kind of horror game I don't really appreciate, to be honest. It's the kind of horror game I like a lot. I would compare it to, say, like I was talking about in the Lone Survivor video recently for the PS3 director's cut of that. It reminds me a lot of the feelings that it evokes in you if you play Silent Hill 1, for example, where, yeah, you might get the occasional jump, but it's because of the intimidating atmosphere the rest of the game has managed to evoke in you. So, we will jump into my game in progress, because I think you can only have one game in progress, and I don't want to lose my progress like I did for Lone Survivor. You play as the Lodger, and here we are. He looks a bit like if Gara of the Sand went mental, and the game is broken up into stages of a sort. This is his home, and this is showing me where an object is that I will hopefully get to in a second and show you. So, first of all, the art style. Oh, we're going to get a little bit of story as well. It was just another dream and now I'm back. The game seems to jump between what appears to be dreams where things are a lot more sinister. There is actually enemies of a sort going around that you have to avoid and play hide and seek with, and hide and seek is a major kind of aspect of the game. And then there's sections like this where it appears to be the real world, where the house layout is always the same. There is, however, sinister knocking somewhere. You may have just heard, or maybe I spoke over it, my mistake if I did. So two things got me interested in this game. One, the fantastic papercraft, almost kind of Tim Burton-esque visual style of the game. I absolutely love this look. And second, I was told about the game from Evolve PR, and they showed me the trailer that... Oh, okay, hang on, I'm just going to turn this light. I don't want to get attacked while I'm talking about the game. They showed me the trailer that Icepick Lodge put up on YouTube, and in the description box of that video, the only thing they had was a quote from The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. And as I played the game, I realised why they did it, in that it fits so perfectly the kind of evocative themes that are going on in Knock Knock. So I'm going to read it out. I copied it down, I have it in front of me, while I move around the house turning on lights to make sure I don't get annihilated by whoever is very angrily knocking and growling right now. Oh, I'm just going to go up here now. So, once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over a many quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door, only this and nothing more. And as you've probably already seen, it pretty much accurately reflects what's going on here. Also, another hide and seek aspect. You hide and seek from the monsters themselves. I don't want to say monsters, ghosts, spirits, or maybe they're all in his head, I don't know at this point. There's also a seek aspect in that your diary is stolen and you found ripped pages like the one that's on the screen right now. However, they don't appear to be written by you, or at least the Lodger, the person you're playing as, claims that he doesn't remember ever writing them, and he is convinced that there's someone hiding in his house doing this. So, you've neglected yourself, your home is nailed shut, decrepit and abandoned. Better fix it up as soon as you can. She is already close. That's the first mention I've seen of a she. These aren't my words, these aren't my thoughts, and this has nothing to do with sleepwalking. Oh yeah, prior to this, in the earlier stages, he's convinced everything that was happening was him sleepwalking. Whatever it is my flesh and blood. Someone else is inside my home. So I'm heading over to that thing that flashed up when I first started. I'm not quite sure where the knocking is coming from, because the door is down there, and it sounded like it was coming up. The guests almost never... Does that say kill? I think it says kill. It's hard to read that word. They only bring you back because you haven't finished yet. I wonder if that's talking about the mechanic of the game where the clock on the top left is your sanity and also the time until morning. And you'll notice it actually isn't moving right now because time occasionally stops. And if you do get caught by monsters to the point at which your sanity is all drained and it's the thing in the top left there is all black, you just restart the same evening again, as it were, to try again. So this thing here that looks like me, I can press E on it and time will speed up, or start moving as the case may be if it wasn't moving prior to that. And while I'm waiting for this to disappear, I will just say this is actually my second attempt at recording a video on Knock Knock. Nothing to do with the game, it's just I've been going through these Fraps issues. Same, last night I tried to record some speedrunners and some Smite. Same problem, just Fraps has suddenly decided to randomly start lagging. So if that does happen here, I apologise in advance, I will have to cut the video short. so I am talking rather quickly to try and get all my thoughts across. This kind of bridges what I would call the stages where you're awake and the stages where you're not awake. That's my vague understanding of what the hell is going on. I'm about halfway through what I guess you could call the world map, and you can kind of go up and down through the scenery here. I'm looking for like the next house, as it were, and that will transfer me to the next stage. And it usually goes that you're playing a stage where you appear to be awake, and then you play a stage where you appear to be asleep, and then it repeats like that, with things getting a bit wilder as things go on. So usually you can find a house if you go down a few times to the point where you can see it in the distance, and then I can position myself better to get inside. However, I have a problem finding it this time. And of course, I know this video is going to be perfect because now my dog's barking. She didn't when I was recording the earlier one. So I will just say I am thoroughly enjoying Knock Knock. It is the kind of horror I absolutely love, where it's more about an experience rather than I'm going to scare you now. If you do like that kind of thing, if you like Outlast, you know, just getting terrified from constant jump scares, don't have a problem with it. I have no problem with you liking that kind of horror. It's just not for me. I don't find it... I mean, anybody can be jump scared. That's the crux of it. Whereas to really disturb somebody with kind of like a psychological horror, that's impressive to me. I guess it's probably because of how much I enjoyed Silent Hill 1 when I was younger. I was probably a bit too young to play that when it came out. I can't remember now. Either way, even like horror movies, I don't like just gory, jump scare horror movies. I like ones where things are a bit more sinister. Ironically, not the one called Sinister. Anyway, I really should have found another house by now. I am beginning to suspect I actually went past it. And I'm not sure if it repeats, as it were, or if I'll just reach another house. I'll go down a few more times. Oh, wait, there, I passed it. Shit. So we'll come over here. Do I need to go up one more time? I do indeed. And this should forward us to the next dreamlike stage, where hopefully I'll be able to show off the proper mechanics of ghost dodging and things before my fraps arses up. So yeah, I'm quite far along the spiral. You start right down there at the bottom where his eyes would be, and I'm about 3/4 of the way, and I've been playing for 2.5 hours, I think, so far. So you're looking at about a 5-hour game on the assumption the latter half is the same as the first. Oh, now I'm definitely awake. No, wait, no, I thought these were the dreamlike sections. Time for my nightly rounds. I need to go through the house to make sure everything is in its rightful place. I think he's confused more so than me. Either way, look at the size of this house. This is the biggest I've seen the dream type house be. So yeah, I have to go around turning on lights, make sure everything is as it should be, like he said. However, things will definitely not be as it should be. The place is haunted. If ghosts touch me, I lose my sanity, and if I have a very small amount of sanity, like I do currently, it will mean I instantly kind of die, as it were, and the night repeats. So, also during these states, he has to get used to the light as he turns it on to fill the background. And the reason you want to do that is twofold. One, if you fully see everything that's in a room, there's a chance you'll find a diary page, which is part of the seeking. I've never seen a room that looks like this. And the other element is you fill the background. Hopefully he's about to finish. Yep. There's sometimes things you can hide behind, so that if the room were haunted, I can say, hide behind here. What the... There's a bush with legs! What the hell? Okay, I turned on the light, I got a little bit... Wow, what the... And now I'm teleported. I've never had that happen before. Turn on the light. Can I get through to where I just was? Oh, well, it teleported me to the room I was looking for. This will give me more health, as it were. It will speed up time for as long as I hold E on it. Eventually it caps out and it disappears, but that gives me... I've got enough health now, or mental health I guess you could say, that if I was to run into a ghost I would probably not instantly repeat the night, as it were. I would survive, barely. What the hell are those things? Bizarre. So there's a room down here, and then I could go back that way on the left. It's the first time I've saw that bush with legs enemy. I don't even know if it was an enemy. If I'd walked into it, it's possible it wouldn't even have drained my health. Usually it's like spooky women saying, come play hide and seek with me. And oh crap, the room I was just in. It had to be that. And now I'm stuck down here. That is not good. However, we are probably going to get a look at something spooky, so get ready for it. It won't be jump scares, as I say. It's more so, yeah, sometimes eyes appear in the wall. If you can actually select it... do I want to show that off? No, I'm not going to. You're going to have to see it for yourself if you want. When an eye like that appears, you always lose a bit of sanity when you kind of dispel it, as it were, but it slows down the appearance of ghosts, I think. But if you press the use key on the eye, you go inside it and you get some psychedelic, weird, endless corridor with spooky paintings in it, stuff. Disturbing, but interesting. I'm going to turn this light back on, hopefully before anything appears. I don't hear any... You can usually hear the ghosts before you see them, like whispering things at you. Do I want to go through here? I've barely explored any of the house. Yeah, I'm having to move a bit faster here before... Generally, the closer to morning comes, the harder it becomes, like the more things that appear and try and get you. You run out of places to hide, etc. Also, forgive me if it is a bit dark. I'll buff that up in post a little bit, but the game is meant to be dark when you're hiding. Oh! So when it does that, when it zooms in a room and lightning flashes, I've never had it happen twice in a row before. That's telling you where eyes are for you to get rid of. So an eye should appear here. No? Every other time it's been an eye. Oh yeah, there we go. It appeared and then something locked me in here and knocked on the door. But the light in the next room is on, so that means it should be safe to open. I'm going to risk it. There is a place to hide in here if need be. Oh, I hear one of the ladies that like playing hide and seek. I need to get out of here. She will smash the lights of the room she's in. I may have to run back in a second. No? I'm going to guess that she's in the basement, so I'm going to head up. That's because it's... well, I'm over halfway to the sun coming up. Oh, that was just trying to... yes, I knew she was in there. That was the room I was just in. I'm going to ignore it. You don't have any method of fighting off the ghosts, as it were. You just have to avoid... well, other than the eyes. The ghosts themselves you have to play hide and seek with. And the door I just came through closed and then knocked wildly. I'm going to not go through there. Oh, I found another one of these. Fantastic. I'm going to let him finish filling in the stage because I might need a place to hide in a second because it's going to get really... I hear whispering. I think it's from above me. Use the timer. It's going to get really close to morning. And now I can definitely take at least one hit, if not two. So let's have a quick sneak up. Oh, you can kind of halfway go up a ladder just to have a peek. I'm very carefully peeking to see if there's anything there.
Why? Hi.
I definitely hear a ghost. No, I don't want to do that. I want to examine the light. There we are. I want the light on. It's a very weird layout. Right, and then close your eyes. Another one? Fantastic. I did kind of want to show off the hiding aspect though, but I don't think I'm going to get a chance here. I'm going to fast forward because I want to make it, as it were. I hear ghosts all around me now. And that's going to be morning. Although the sun isn't coming up. Oh, it is. There we go. Usually you can see the sun rising as it approaches, but there it was instant for some reason. Oh. This is how to play the game. They are only visible in the dark, that's true. First you turn off the light in your home and open all the doors. As soon as one of the doors slams shut, close your eyes and say, "I'm glad to see you, thank you for coming." If you did everything correctly, for a second you will see a fully set table with a round loaf of bread in the centre. At the table there will be people staring back at you. Remember their faces, recall their voices. These are the invisibles that you brought to live in your home. And now, that was the dreamlike state. We're in what I think is the real state, and I don't like the look of that gigantic monster, and I did see something similar to that in the trailers, and I was not looking forward to eventually running into it, as it were. However, during these stages where he appears to be awake, it's very rare for anything... Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello, I'm guessing you're the she that was referred to? You going to comment on that, Lodger? There's a gigantic... Nope, apparently not. That's a new bar. What's that bar meaning? Possibly the time until it reaches me or something? On the off chance that's what it means, I am going to try and move pretty fast here. I'm still going to turn on lights as I move, because if ghosts are going to start appearing during these sequences, I want places to hide. Oh no, but during these sequences he doesn't need to check the background. That is a terrifying, like, hulking figure. It's very important that sunrise finds you in a fully restored home. Your house is always much larger than it seems. It is during those dreamlike bits, that's for damn sure. Where was that knocking coming from? There's only one closed door, I believe, and it's the front door during these sections. And that light down there, what you're seeing isn't really nothing. Isn't really nothing. Isn't that a double negative? That means it's something. I heard a door open and close there. In fact, that was the front door opening and closing. Where's the front door in this house layout? I believe it's below me currently and to the left. So I don't want to go that way. I'm just going to very quickly get over here to this and instantly use it, because I want it to be day really quickly. However, these were the sections I thought he was awake. Every life is given only so much time. When you look at the clock, you think about how long you have left. It's best to chase these thoughts away. Once you think of something terrible, it can come true. Logical to a degree. Are you thinking of a gigantic hulking she-bitch in the distance? Oh, the front door is open. Now usually during these sections that means you go out into the forest, you find another house as it were, and then you start the next dream type sequence. I don't know if I want to go outside with that thing out there. You need to tidy up the house, time to welcome the guests. Okay. I am going to risk going outside, even with that thing out there. It may kill me, I don't know what's happening. Let's find out. Is it still there? There's a giant bush with feet behind me. I don't know if I want to approach it. In fact, there's one up there as well. Also notice that what he's holding changes during these sequences. That's why I think there's a distinction between sequences where the lodger is awake and where he is dreaming or giving into madness. It looks like there's two of them dogging in the distance there. Oh no, that was right on one. I don't know what will happen if I touch one, so that's... Also, I do not like this kind of lightning in the background. My FPS has started slowing to a crawl. I think that may actually be enough. I've showed off, what, 16 minutes of Knock Knock. I will reiterate that I am thoroughly enjoying it thus far. It is spooky. I wouldn't say it's scary. It's not meant to scare you. It's also not meant to give you high scores or anything. It's an experience of the horror genre, as it were. As I said, it is currently available at 15% off, which is a very reasonable price until 11th of October, 10 AM PST. They said it's when the sale ends. Oh, my FPS has actually sorted itself, so I'll keep moving as I... Oh no, moving makes it get worse again. I will also just reiterate, if anybody knows why Fraps would suddenly start lagging randomly, regardless of the game being played, I've not got a defragged hard drive, I've reinstalled Fraps, I've updated my drivers, I've cleared out my hard drive, it's over half full, half empty now. Half full, half empty, same difference. Anyway, I don't want to turn this into a tech support thing, but if you have any suggestions, please tell me, because I have honestly no idea why. It can happen minutes in, or look at this, it happens 17 minutes in. I have no idea why. Please help. Anyway, this was Knock Knock. I thoroughly recommend it if you are interested in the horror genre and aren't interested in technically being given any sick goal, as it were. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. Ta-ta for now.